So today we're putting on a property investment event. So we've got myself, Luigi Newton from LN Capital, we've got Romero Howe from Brighter Investments, and we've got Andrew Hunt from Sterling Capital Reserve. And we're just here to try and offer you guys some information about property investing. We're going to be looking in depth into some case studies, how we've done it, what we've done, and just kind of look at the more strategies involved in investing in real estate. So today I'm just going to be talking about strategies that I've used so far in my journey, and also strategies that I'm going to be implementing going forward, and also how I work with clients of mine and how I can offer people good returns on their investment. So essentially just going to be looking in depth into some case studies that I've done, and also talking more about the HMOs. We've got serviced accommodation, we're going to look at that as well. So we're just going to look at all the different strategies, all the different ways of making money in property, and then we're going to kind of see what we can offer you guys. So we also have a financial expert here today as well. We have Andrew Hunt from Sterling Capital Reserve, and he's going to be discussing some ways how you can actually finance your projects that you have. We're looking at buy-to-let mortgages, we're going to be looking at bridging loans as well, and how you can really utilise these different strategies in order to fund your deals.
So my name is Romero Howe from Brighter Investments. Today's event is regarding investments in real estate. So we'll be touching various topics. We'll be talking about how you can create equity or greater wealth. We'll be looking at case studies from a residential point of view and also a development point of view for residential properties. So my presentation in particular is I'm talking about who we are as Brighter Investments. I'm also talking about the case studies that we have done so far in 2019. So we've actually gone, I guess, real time in terms of what's finished last week, what's finished last month, and also talking about the project that we just acquired last week as well. So we're talking about real life or real time case studies. So Spike will be talking is from Property Investment Network. He heads up the Nottingham PIM meeting once a month. That meeting is all about networking. It's all about keeping up to date with the latest news within the property industry. It's about sharing best practice with likewise investors and also people that are looking to get into property. So he'll be talking about why is it important to be out there networking and what's the benefit of that. From my point of view, the importance of networking when I first started 6 years ago was about getting that motivation to do something different. And also now it's about meeting investors and likewise people that you can then work with in the future. Talking about kind of some that we've done this year so far. Unfortunately, I'm not going back 5 or 6 years. I'm talking about real time, so I'm talking about ones that we've just kind of finished within the past couple of months, being as relevant as I can, to be honest, for 2019. In terms of the current condition, the properties that we're buying, the distressed, that's a common word that I like to use. The dated, mainly inhabitable. They're the ones that I like, to be honest. If a mortgage lender says that that property is not habitable, that is perfect, because now you're in a different kind of clientele that can buy it. You're away from your whole buy-to-let market, which is your, I guess, your ready-made investments that you put down your deposit from a buy-to-let point of view. You're now in a, I guess, like a developer stroke investor point of view where they're looking to make a good return. And also a key one for me now, to be honest, is we're looking at the ones that have got structural problems. We quite like auction, to be honest. You can get some good deals from auction as well. But again, auction perspective, sometimes you have to be ready in terms of to buy within 14 days or 28 days. There's one on the final slide that I'll show that we had to be ready to go within 14 days. So that's not much time. The solicitor doesn't have much time to do the paperwork. It's a case of checking and saying, yeah, let's go. And private sales is on there as well. So time to time, that also happens. In terms of the technique that we have, it's about a bit of relationship building. So it's about, do you know these private sales that are happening, or you've got that relationship with your estate agent as well? Are they going to be the person, you're the person they ring? We then had a survey done on the property. It was an old property. It was on a street where all the houses on that street were made out of brick. This one was the last total investment, £158,000, new valuation, £220,000. Equity creation, 61,000. Return on investment, best one to date, I'll be honest with you, 39%. Yield, 7.5%. But again, it comes down to expertise. So we work with different individuals that say, to be honest, that roof's fine. It's not old at all. We can do a bit of patching. Just let's get the bush down. And again, it's then knowing someone else that's got the expertise as a tree surgeon to take that bush down as well, without breaking all the tiles on the roof. That then still cost you the 15, 20 grand for a new roof because all the tiles are broken. So that's the story from that point of view. we see it in Nottingham. I mean, Luigi will talk about HMOs shortly, but based on an investment model, you can probably value that at 1.5 million easy after 12 months of bringing in that kind of revenue, which means that he would have then made just over 1.1 million pounds as well. This one is a new project. Excuse my hood up on this one. When the spiderweb's on a brand new project that has not been seen the inside by anyone for like 5 years. I don't like spiderwebs going on top of my head or anything. So yeah, sorry about the hood up.
So I just wanted to kind of give you a bit of background about myself, working a sales job. Hated it. I really did not enjoy it. There were some aspects I really liked about it. Getting on the phone to people and just trying to get sales from people, I thought it was quite fun at times, but in general, it was so repetitive and I just really didn't enjoy it. So I was always asking myself and just kind of questioning, you know, what is my real purpose here? What am I trying to achieve here? And surely there must be something else. And that's where I stumbled across property. I always knew property investing is a good idea because my mum made a lot of money on her property actually, because she bought it like 20 years ago for around 100,000. And then the capital appreciation is now worth like 350, just because it was a good location, and over the years properties do go up in value, as I'm sure we all know. So yeah, I just realised after getting my first property that it's possible and it is very achievable to make over £1,000 just off one property. So yeah, this is the kitchen. Before, as you can see, there was an older kitchen in there but it had been stripped out. There's the before picture, close, very, very close.
Only because I watched your video.
Oh, thank you. So I've actually heard about people that have actually paid £10,000. So this is all where your network will come into play, who you know. Do you have a good kitchen fitter? This is crucial on your property journey. Do you have a good plumber, bathroom fitter? Yourself, me personally, I don't really have an eye for that type of thing. I could try, I've tried it before. My first property, I tried it on that one and it didn't go down too well. That property, I pulled out money from it, pulled out £25,000 from it, and then I used that money to fund my next project. Are you able to find a below market value property in Nottingham, especially a HMO? Now it is possible. In terms of this one, it was a motivated seller. It was a London property owner. She owns the property, she was living in London and she wanted a quick sale. So essentially we was able to get it on a good price because she wanted to get rid of it so quickly. Sometimes it can boil down to how quickly are you ready to move on the property. Do you have you know, an agreement in principle? Do you have proof of funds ready to show the agent? So yeah, I think these things will help you when you are buying a property to make sure that if there's a lot of people making offers, that they'll kind of select you, because it doesn't always boil down to the price. So yeah, that brings us quite nicely onto the topic of strategy. What strategy is best? And then we have the serviced accommodation. So this is, you take a property and you run it as a short stay accommodation. You'll be able to get them for good prices. So it is still possible in Nottingham to make really good, you know, really good return on your investments from buying a rundown HMO that's already an existing HMO. So that's what myself and Romero, we're doing one of those projects at the moment. So we're buying an existing HMO in an Article 4 area. Thank you guys, thank you for coming.
My name is Balaji. I'm Nigerian, international student at University of Nottingham, into property. Basically, that's why I'm here today. Basically, today was just a pool of knowledge, basically, and I understood that a lot of people don't have the three things you need when you want to get into property, which is knowledge, time, and money. And when you're younger, you want to start out, you need to learn how to network and connect the dots so that you can leverage on other people who have some assets that you don't have, and then eventually you can have all three and do everything yourself. I found today's seminar quite useful actually, quite informative on a lot of things I didn't know about property investment. Obviously people will do a lot of their personal research, but yeah, it was very informative, very, very good.
It's nice that three experts have come together, they've shared the time, they've given up the time, which is fantastic, and just given back. I find it very, very informative. And we're going to go away today with a lot to think about, because as I say, I'm into rent to rent and deal sourcing, but getting into actually renovating a property, buying it run down, doing it up, revaluing it, either renting it out or flipping it on, has always been something that really interests me. So they've inspired me today. So I just want to thank you three guys for doing it. Thank you very much.
Hey, so I'm Aaron, new to getting into this, but I'm looking to get into hopefully HMOs with a couple of partners. So what I got from today was a lot more than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. I think I've been to a few different free seminars and stuff, and the reality is that they don't give you a lot of the good stuff, but these guys, today I came in, incredible financial information, incredible information about the local market and emerging markets. I think the only reason why these guys are able to do that is because they know that they can provide more value than just that information. So yeah, it's good stuff, and I'll definitely be in touch.